Welcome back to the Yank Source podcast. We're here with two new guests, Lorenzo and Jimmy. Welcome to Yank Source, fellas.
What's up, guys? How are we?
Good to be
What's
on
up,
the
fellas?
Okay, yeah, there's Rich. And we got Joe here.
show.
And I'm your host, Rob. Today, we got a lot to discuss. First order of business. The Yankee lost today. It's a 12-inning game, right? Another 12-inning game or 11-inning game?
11 innings.
11-inning game.
Yeah.
An RBI walk to walk us off. Fernando Cruz loses his own, and the offense goes quiet once again. And it's the same theme since Judge has been out, is that the offense just cannot hit the baseball. And I'm done with it, quite honestly. And how about you guys?
Lambro, what do you got?
What do I got? Where do we begin? We had a stellar performance by our starter, Ryan Weathers. 7 innings. I think he gave up 3 hits, no runs. Absolutely phenomenal. Great bounce back for him. But then the offense is it's non-existent. If you go down the line of our hitters in our lineup, I think Trent Grisham had a good day today. I think he went 2 for 4, drove in the run. And then after that, it's just a whole lot of nothing. It feels like that's been a very recurring theme with this team. And it's really got to change. It's getting really old really fast. It's the same run it back Yankees, and it's got to change. It's really unacceptable. And I don't really know what else to say. Can't really place this that much on Fernando Cruz. It's really also unacceptable to walk in the winning run, but I mean, it doesn't help when your offense is scoring 9 runs against the White Sox. So,
Yeah, you're right. Anyone else have anything to add?
I'm
Yeah,
tired of watching Ryan
right.
McMahon play baseball.
Wow.
I agree. I agree.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm tired of watching him
he's
play.
making $18 million per year or whatever it is. So you're going to have to suffer watching that asshole play for the next couple of years. It's
All right.
ridiculous.
If he starts a postseason game, bro.
No, he is most likely. We're not going to fill the whole. And thank you guys for having us on the podcast. We appreciate it greatly. But
Right. Thank you.
listen, this is the thing I have with McMahon. I like McMahon, and Jimmy knows I love McMahon, right? Even though a lot of people disagree. But
Yep.
I don't like the contract and the numbers involved in the contract. That's what I don't like. But what I do is because last year, approaching the deadline, what was everyone's concerns and complaints is we had Peraza at third base and we needed defense at the position, right? So what did Cashman do? We needed defense at that time. That's what we needed. The offense was first in the league among everything else, right? So what did Cashman do? He went out and got the second best defensive third baseman behind Cabria and Hayes, in my opinion, right? So he went out and got McMahon. Was it the best structure? I think he could have asked the Rockies to take on a little bit of the contract. So I don't love we took the full contract. But at the time, we needed the defense, and that's what he's here for. Any other production is greatly appreciated, but your team, the Yankees, who are $300 million payroll, shouldn't be reliant on one Ryan McMahon at third base. We should have more pieces around it that Ryan McMahon in there should just be a throw-in, and we can have a guy that's defensive first in the lineup. So that's what I got to say on that.
100%.
The thing with that,
Right.
though, is he just isn't as good as a defender as he was last year. And
Right.
that's
No,
what's
he's
pissing-
not.
And that's
You
what's
could
pissing
see
me
it.
off.
But in hindsight, we didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah, no, I agree. The process from Cashman was good with that, but the
Okay,
contract is awful.
Right, and then here's the thing. You just DFA'd DJ LeMahieu last year, and then guess what they did? They took on more money for a shitty third baseman who can't friggin' hit the ball. But I understand Lorenzo's point. Yeah, you need defense at third base. I get it and all, but God, do I not want to see Ahmed Rosario at third base ever.
My God.
I
Man.
mean, he is like, I tell Lorenzo all the time, everywhere you put him, he screws up a play. It's ridiculous. And now he can't hit lefties this year. You know, the third base situation has been an issue for a long time. They should have never traded Gio Urshela. And Gio Urshela was a good Yankee. And then you got Donaldson, took on his money, disaster.
Major
Let's not
right.
get into that one.
Yeah.
Let's
We're not going to get into
one.
that, but it's just like it feels like the Yankees have ignored the third base situation since Alex Rodriguez retired. It's so pathetic. But they're not going to get a third baseman this deadline because all that money's tied up to McMahon. And, I mean, do they get like a righty bat who can play like third baseman and just boot Rosario the hell out of here? It's possible. I thought Casey Schmidt would have been a really good fit for the Yankees.
Now he's
and
hurt.
I'm sure Brian
so-
Cashman would have thought so too. And he's an upgrade over Ahmed Rosario, so we're not
Yeah,
gonna
but
disagree.
if you got Casey Schmidt, I wouldn't want him being a platoon. I would want him
No.
starting every day.
He would start every day
I
at third
agree,
base.
But here's the thing, like, I still like McMahon's defense, but he's not known for the bat, and that's why the acquisition at the time made no sense to me, because you just DFA'd LeMahieu, who made $15 million per year, and then guess what they did, guys? They took on McMahon's whole salary. The Rockies didn't eat any of it. The roster construction from this GM who's got a lifetime employment, it's pathetic. It really is. It's not funny anymore. You know, enough is enough. You know, you got guys like Judge and Stanton and Cole and Schlittler and Fried and Rodon. Why are they not getting the best guys available? You know,
That's
whether
just how
it's free
Cashman
agent-
operates.
That's how it. Because you know what? Cashman's given a budget. Okay, I don't think you need a $300 million payroll to win it all, and I agree with Steinbrenner on that. But the resources allocated to like these guys are ridiculous, and that's on the GM. But third base is the least of the Yankees' worries right now. You're not getting production from second base. You're not getting production from shortstop lately. What else? Oh, catcher, don't get me straight. They haven't gotten.
There's the big one.
We'll talk upon that in a
We'll
little
talk
bit.
about the catchers. And
We'll definitely
stuff
talk
like
about
that.
the catchers in a little bit.
You know, it's funny to me because I said this to Lorenzo on our Yankees Den podcast, which is a great show, by the way.
Definitely check him out.
To Lorenzo, I said, you know, they traded all these catchers because the Yankees had a plethora of catchers like that they, you know, developed in the minor league system, whatever. They traded all those guys, and the Yankees didn't trade the worst one. I mean,
wait, let's not act like Carlos Narvaez is good, and you can potentially
he's better than Alex Sanchez.
Okay, but you got ERC in that trade, and you can possibly now flip ERC to their Jeffers or other person.
No. Okay, right. Okay, so that's a good point. Like, Elmer Rodriguez could be in like a Hunter Goodman deal. I don't think Hunter Goodman happens because did you see that Ken Rosenthal article? They're asking for teams' number one prospects. What are you, crazy? Have you seen Hunter Goodman's defense? And, you know, he strikes out a million times?
I don't want Hunter Goodman.
Hunter Goodman. I would.
I don't want him.
But I can't lie. Well,
anyone better than Austin Wells.
Okay, well, anyone's better than Austin Wells. And Alex Sanchez. I mean, he would be
let's get into
there.
let's get back into the game today. I think me and Rich were talking in while the game was going on. That Goldie just looked lost today. I mean, Goldie looked lost. He was horrible today.
By him.
Not even that. He just was whiffing. He just looked like he wasn't like there at the plate today. I don't know what was going on with him. And then you got Sanchez with the hard bunt. It was they've played really sloppy baseball, and in two games that they should have won, they lost.
The Dominguez slide, he always overslides the bag. It's unbelievable every single time.
I mean, I have something to get Richie going a little bit, and you know, it's controversial take, and I'm not just, and I don't want you guys to think I'm directing this at Anthony Volpe. I said this on my show earlier. I don't want you to think I'm directing at Volpe. If it was Cabby, if it was Jazz, if it was Schumann, if it was McMahon, who I love, I would say the same thing. Because, and this is not all his fault, obviously, the offense, right? But going back to game 2 is you're up 9-4 and Duvall's in, right? When you have 2 outs and Volpe, and take this with a grain of salt, when Volpe drops that pop-up, right, David Bednar gets brought in. He has to get brought in. Yes. And even though it's for 5 pitches, he still has to get warm in the pen, so he's still utilizing his arm for more pitches that he shouldn't have been up for to throw. So that stops him from coming in yesterday's game and tonight's game. Now, could he have done something? He probably could have. I would have liked my chances. You were up still 9-5. You probably shouldn't have brought in Bednar. So that's another thing I think that hurt the Yankees is poor management decision by Aaron Boone on that one.
100%. Like you said, you don't want to put all the blame on Volpe, but it's like now you've forced the hand with Bednar, and now yesterday he couldn't throw, which like made you lose honestly because the inning Doval was in, like you said, like Bednar should be in there, and then we probably win that game, and none of that happens. And then today,
everything compounds.
Today he probably you could drop, not that you could drop this one, but like you feel more comfortable losing this one because you took 3 out of 4. And then a split just sucks. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
It does, yes. But I said to Lorenzo last night, the Yankees won the season series against the White Sox, but these games matter right now.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, stupid. Why is Ali's... Like, this is the thing. There's no accountability with this fucking team. It's ridiculous. Like, Ali Sanchez should not be on this team after that. That was the dumbest play I have seen since, when Cole didn't cover the bag in Game 5 of the World Series. But, all Ali Sanchez had to do was just hold on to the damn ball.
Yeah, of course. They got too cute.
I'm not blaming McMahon one bit right there because that's just...
Yeah. Why did Aaron Boone defend him in the postgame?
Because that's...
he kind of has to.
He has to. And I told Lorenzo last night,
puppet.
That's the puppet. There you go.
He doesn't have to. And that's why, and I said that's why Girardi got fired, because he held guys accountable and he didn't baby things. But that's also another reason of why Aaron Boone is so liked by his players, is because he's a player-first manager. So he's going to do that. I don't hate that, but I just wish at times there were more accountability.
He's a good boss. He's a good boss. That's it. That's what it is. He's a good boss. He doesn't hold anybody accountable. Today was the first time they were like, oh, he held someone accountable. He held the team accountable for not hitting. It was barely holding the team accountable. Like, come on, man. This has been the worst offense. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody does this. No other team besides like the bottom feeders of the league do this. The Dodgers don't have these stretches. The Brewers don't have these stretches. The top dogs do not have stretches like the New York Yankees do. That's it. That's the hard truth. That's what it is. Like, you can say what you want, but that's the hard truth.
Yeah, and that's another thing with the roster construction is because you're exactly right, Rob, and that's how this roster is built, right? And that's why I say that an Arise-esque player is needed, if not him, because this team is built on home runs and strikeouts. So when they're hot, they're going to look...
years.
Yep, and when they're hot, they're going to look like the best team. But when they're cold, you're going to see it, and they're going to be very cold for a while because home runs isn't a common thing in baseball. So that's why
when was the last time, let's think, 2017 was probably the last time that they had a team like that? Really? Like, let's be honest.
It's probably 19.
So, 19 was
17,
a good squad,
17
right?
or 19. Like, that's it. But
maybe
now it's just gross. Like, I turn on the game and it's just like strikeout.
Well,
it's not baseball. They're not playing baseball.
Let's go through the guys in this lineup.
Dude, we had 10 strikeouts by the third or fourth inning.
So,
Richie.
That's not okay.
So
Richie,
Grisham,
go through the lineup.
Grisham leading off. We expected more out of him this year, and he just hasn't done anything. Ben Rice, he's been great. Dominguez, we went into the season not expecting much out of him. Goldschmidt's been a pleasant surprise. Spencer Jones, we went into the season not expecting much out of him. Jazz has been so disappointing, very disappointing with the bat. Volpe, he's Volpe. McMahon's been worse than we thought.
Yes.
Austin Wells.
Wow. No words. That's it.
No words.
Honestly, let's save our breath because we all of us know here what Austin Wells is, and we're just done with him as well. But the Yankees are not done with him. They want a catcher to compliment him. That makes a lot of sense, right, guys? Makes a ton of sense.
Don't get me started.
Let's compliment a 180.
I know. Yeah, Jimmy, I'm not gonna get you started.
If you're
I mean, what else does the front office have to see with Wells? I mean, what the fuck does he provide, guys?
Nothing.
He hasn't hit for 2 years now. It's been 2
Okay,
years.
and I say to Lorenzo and all my friends all the time, his approach at the plate is atrocious.
Everything's
It's
atrocious.
so yeah, but the Yankees don't think so. Brian Cashman's a guy that doesn't give up on his first round picks easily. That's why you still see it Volpe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
it's sad. It's sad, and if they don't get the catcher market is who's your preferred guy at catcher? Because mine's Jeff.
It's got to be Jeffers.
Yeah. So leading into that,
it's been
I'm
Jeffers
gonna-
or bust.
Yeah, leading into Jeffers, I do want to start getting into the trades, and so I got Lorenzo's trades here, Jimmy. So I don't think you've seen the packages yet, correct?
I haven't seen them, and I'm just dying to see them. Because
All right, so
it's time
talking
to
about
make a little
Jeffers, we're gonna lead into him right now. We're gonna pull up the Yankees den Lorenzo's trade packages. So we're gonna pull up his Ryan Jeffers package right now. Here we go. You have the floor,
Yes.
son.
All right.
I love
right.
that. So Jimmy,
on.
before, because you knew, we agreed on who we thought was going to be traded for the Yankees, but I kind of put together the packages a little bit, and Elmer Rodriguez and Spencer Jones would be my package. Now, sure, you might not have to give up, say, like our number 2 pitching prospect or Spencer Jones in that package because Jeffers is just a rental, but also he's having a good year, so they're going to sell high. So, and I talked about, and all of us actually talked about on my podcast and just collectively in our group chat is you're going to have to overpay to get players this deadline. It's about going all in, so you're going to have to overpay. And this, I think if you jump into a call and say, hey, listen, Minnesota, we want Jeffers. Let's just get the deal done. You guys can utilize these players this year and not really sell because these guys can help you this year. We're going to give you ERC. We're going to give you Spencer Jones, and that's the done deal. And I honestly think that they would take it. Jimmy, do you like that package?
I do, and I'll tell you, I could see, and I'll tell you who's a guy that I think Cashman would really like. Because, listen, we look at these deadlines and stuff like that, and Cashman is a guy that, acquires people with control, with multiple years. I think this package could work for a guy like Adley Rutschman. But I think this is a bit of an overpay to acquire Ryan Jeffers. But you just said, Lorenzo, you're going to need to overpay this deadline to get talent. There's a phrase, you got to give to get.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do. I could see this happening. And what are the Twins like? Are they in the wild card right now?
Yeah, they're on the verge. They're like right there. And the reason why, yeah, you said overpay, and honestly, Rob, Joe, and Richie, I want to get your thoughts on this package, but the reason why I said Rodriguez and Jones also is because the Rays are looking for a catcher, the Red Sox are looking for our needs. So you're going to have to beat them and just exceed their limits, and just the first offer should be, even if it's an overpay, beat their offer and get the catcher first before them. I want to know your guys' thoughts on that.
Can I jump in for a second real quick?
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys a little question.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe Aaron Judge is coming back this year?
Yes,
No idea.
I think so.
I think so.
I think mid-September.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, let's say he doesn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, I don't, who knows when Stanton's coming back? We don't know. Is he
Yeah,
alive?
whatever. Yeah, who cares?
Okay. If Judge don't come back, is it really worth going all in?
I understand the argument. I really do, because you don't. They're probably not winning anything without him. But I think they're under the assumption that he is coming back, and that shows me that that he is, because I feel like they know more inside information. They don't like to tell us that, but I feel like they know more inside information about him, and they're like, why would they go all in if they know the best player in the world is not coming back? You know what I mean?
And also, Jimmy, that is a good question.
That is
but
a good question.
also, Are they going to know? Because they're not having re-imaging done before the deadline. So they should go under the assumption that he's coming back, because realistically speaking, in hindsight, he hasn't gotten re-imaging, and re-imaging would take a little bit to get results on. So I would go under the assumption to go all in, because they're not really in what they've said right now. They don't know if he's going to be fully healthy or not fully healthy, because they haven't gotten re-imaging done. They should have gotten re-imaging done before this deadline, and it keeps approaching. But I mean, I do think Judge comes back. Ultimately, he played with it at the beginning of the year. I think if anything, and it's not the best thing, I think that he'll just come back anyway to be a part of the run. But yeah, that's what I think on
Yeah,
that.
and also there was also improvements in the reimaging. So if it's slightly improving, then that means it's obviously not like it's gonna heal at some point. And I don't think mid September is a bad like shout. I don't. Jimmy was that's probably what's gonna be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what's gonna happen, and hopefully they keep playing like the way they're playing and even better, and hopefully they have a good deadline. So Jimmy, you like this package, right? You said.
But you got to give to get, and this is something. No prospect for me is untouchable besides Lumber Jr. So and it's like, this is the thing here. Like, I could see this package to Baltimore for Adley Rutschman. I could see Clark Schmidt instead of Elmer Rodriguez in that deal for a guy like Adley Rutschman. I could genuinely see that, but I think this is a really strong package. So, Lorenzo, good work on this. And, Ryan Jeffers is definitely my number one catcher that I want. And it was Shea Langoliers until we find out from Jeff Passan he tore his meniscus. So that sucked to hear. So, I mean, I do like this package a lot. I got to give you that. But you got to give to get. And John Heyman said, teams are going to be overpaying this deadline.
Yes.
Why do you guys think there hasn't been a friggin' move yet besides Curtis Mead and Logan O'Hoppe?
I think,
rentals are going to be worth more.
High.
Rentals are going to be worth
100%. The prices are, you could already see the way it's playing out. The prices are high, but that's why, like we say, Cashman waits till the prices go down. So a Sunday, Saturday trade is probably more likely for us to see as Yankee fans. But
and that's what I told Lorenzo, like maybe like a Sunday or Monday. Like, Cashman is a guy, he's been the GM for a million years. He knows how to read the market. He always strikes when the prices go down. That's why we didn't see a Johan Duran or a Mason Miller last year. The Yankees were not giving up George Lombard Jr. for Mason Miller last year and a guy like Spencer Jones. They were not. Once AJ Preller offered, is it
Leo
DeVries or DeVries?
DeVries.
Yeah,
Leo DeVries. Okay, I butchered his name. My bad.
Sorry.
Once he offered him, it was game over for the Yankees, and that's when, Bednar was a guy that I knew they were gonna get all last deadline last year. The price wasn't crazy. The price dropped, and Cashman has a history of trading with the Pirates. But so Lorenzo, getting back to that Jeffers, like mock trade proposal, I guess you can call it. I like it. And I really hope the Twins would like it too. And you also have to factor in, it feels like I'm doing a lot of talking, but that's what we do here. Because we're diehard Yankee fans.
Keep talking.
100%, bro. Yeah,
keep talking. The Twins, to me, you have to look at it this way. They are not better than the Yankees when healthy. They're not better than the Rays. They're not better than Boston. They're not. I mean, who's the division leader in the American League West right now?
The White Sox.
It's the Rangers by half a game.
It's the Rangers.
Oh, at least the Central. Sorry.
Are they? I wouldn't want to face like Evaldi and
no.
DeGrom.
The Twins are the worst. Would be the worst American League team in the whole thing. That's it.
And I'll tell you something.
Exactly.
Ryan Jeffers, you have to think about this for a second. Carantini was the replacement for Jeffers when he went down. Did well. The Twins have to think, are we going to re-sign Ryan Jeffers? Or should we just trade him and get, whatever in return. That's something that the Twins front office has to think. And the Twins GM, in an article the other day by Mark Feinsand, MLB Insider, he didn't say, like, Ryan Jeffers was going to be on the team past the deadline. Like, he didn't commit to that. So it leads me to believe, like, he's available. We'll take the best offer on the table. But the Twins are a team that they're hard to deal with. They are.
This package would definitely get it done.
Yeah, and
it would. This would get it done.
Elmer Rodriguez
is
highly sought after.
Yeah, so in our
Twins need
podcast,
pitching too.
Yeah, in our podcast, me, Richie, and Joe agreed on a trade. The headliner was also Elmer Rodriguez for ours, for Jeffers, and the second guy was JC Escara, actually, who is having a good year in AAA right now. He's actually raking, and it makes a little bit of sense because you get your backup catcher for Caratini for the year, and maybe a little project with Escara, so that could work. So I do like both of our trades for Jeffers, and I think the Twins would accept both. Honestly, yours would probably be more likely with Jones because he's got the potential with the build and everything. But yeah, I do like it.
I actually like your guys' mock of it too with JC Escar. I think that actually could be a possibility as well. But, I was just doing it under the assumption that we just need to go out and, overpay with the Red Sox and raise over, you know what I mean? And another thing is to think about is Cashman is he's very good at reading the market. And like we were talking about these rentals, and we're going to talk about the rentals a lot, but Jeffers is having a breakout year to what his previous years were. So the Twins are going to wait to sell high, and Cashman waits it out because he's not going to go after them at that huge price that they're asking for. So he's going to wait because the Twins are going to be like, we're not re-signing him. He's a rental. So if they wait until the last minute, we're going to try and move him just for anything. And Cashman's going to get his leverage he wants in a sense. So
I think that's enough for Jeffers. Want to move on to the next package, Rob?
Yeah. You want to do the Padres one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Boy. All right, Jimmy.
Morejon and Miller?
Yes, I told Rob and Joe before we started that I made this a little bit for, some conversation because I do think it's just Morejon, and I don't know if Miller gets dealt, but I put together this to create the conversation, spark it, and see maybe what it would look like to get even just a Miller, right? But I included Dax Kilby, who the Padres really like. If you saw the tweet that they were scouting Dax Kilby in all our levels of baseball, Wilberson DePena actually didn't play tonight, so we thought something was maybe transpiring, and so was Dax Kilby. He was out of the lineup today, right? Carlos Legrande, of course, he's our number one pitching prospect. Got to give to get, and Mason Miller has 3 years of control. You're going to have to give that up. And Bryce Cunningham, a good pitcher in our system that the Yankees actually like a lot. So do I think that would be a lot because you're giving up Kilby, you're giving up Legrande, DePena, Cunningham? Yeah, but you're also going for it this year, and you're getting Miller, who still has 3 years of control, and Morejon's the lefty that you would want to fill in for either. You would have to keep one of Hill or Yarbrough, so whichever one you want to choose, but he adds that extra, comfortability alongside Brett Hendrick. So, just Jimmy, do you like that package, or who would you add? Or
I don't
maybe
think
take out?
Preller takes that. I'm going to tell you why. MLB ready pitching. You got Legrande. Where's Cunningham? Like, I haven't heard his name this year. Where is he? Is he in AAA?
I'm pretty sure he is in AAA. Is he? I honestly need to look that up. Let me see. But I'm pretty sure he's in AAA, Jimmy.
I think Preller's gonna want Will Warren.
There you go.
That's
He
what I
might.
think
And
he's
this
gonna
is
want.
and listen, I don't think that Pena is. I would swap. This is what I would do.
I think he
It
might
would
be in
do-
high A.
Yeah, he is an
Yeah.
IA.
Well,
Triple A. He is an IA.
so here's the thing. That report by Jeff Passan last week, the Padres would want MLB ready pitching. Okay, so the Yankees can offer Luis Hill. Don't laugh.
No.
Hold on. They can offer Clark Schmidt. They can offer Will Warren. They could offer LeGrand. Who's another guy?
Weathers.
Ben Hess? Weathers?
I don't
Yes.
want to deal him, but Weathers.
No, I would not deal him. But the reason why, who brought up Will Warren's name? Was it Rob?
Me.
It was Richie?
Yeah.
Okay. I wondered if AJ Preller would, because a lot of people say, a lot of these guys say around baseball, Will Warren's mechanics and windup is similar to Michael King's. I wonder if AJ Preller would like that. I don't think this gets it done. If this is the final package and Preller says yes, wow,
We take that for sure. Four
We-
prospects only, not even
Right.
an MLB player.
what?
We'll take that.
See. But what I would do is I'd swap out Cunningham and throw in like a Will Warren,
Yes.
or a Clark Schmidt, or an Elmer Rodriguez if he doesn't go to
It's gonna have to be
That's
Will Warren. He's gonna want a proven starting pitcher.
And I think the Yankees would be comfortable doing that. I was told today by someone I trust that if the Yankees' first offer would start with Kilby, Warren, and LeGrand. And let me ask you guys something. How does AJ Preller say no to that?
He doesn't say no to that. You don't say no to that.
Yeah,
I wanna
that
hear-
would
I
be
wanna
an
hear
insane
more from you
package.
now.
But yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time, and it's gonna come up. And every time you guys, I'm sure, talk about the deadline as it comes up, and we talk about the deadline, we're gonna have to just give up everyone and get the best players available. I'm sick and tired of hugging prospects because you don't know at the end of the day what they're going to be. We hugged Anthony Volpe and we passed up on Correa, Seager, and all these other guys, right? Because Anthony Volpe was supposed to be this big prospect, and look what he turned out to be. So you don't necessarily want to hug these prospects. I mean, and I saw people on Twitter raving about Dax Kilby. If I was Brian Cashman, my only untouchables would be Lombard and Kilby. Well, no, you're not going to get the players you want and the exceptional players if you're going to say that and try and keep everyone. You have to give the top guys. Lombard would be my only untouchable. Dax Kilby is in low A, right? He hasn't had that much accumulative stats to look at and be like, all right, maybe he's got more potential. Let's see what he does at the next level. I'm not going to trade him. Let me see what he does at AAA, at AA, right? But you're going to have to give. If they like Dax Kilby, I will drive Dax Kilby myself to San Diego for Mason Miller. Just Mason Miller alone. So, but, that's all I got on that.
Yeah, and it's just like, the guy's had trouble playing baseball this year. Like, he's had a lot of injuries, and
Yep.
he's in low A?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I like this package. I would think you need to swap out Cunningham for Will Warren.
Yeah, you're not gonna get Mason Miller and Morejon for 4 prospects only. It's gonna have to be major league ready players, a pitcher.
I mean, this trade obviously is loaded, right? I mean, to say the least. I agree with Jimmy in the way that Preller's not doing this. Like, there's no chance.
Well, this transpired a great conversation.
But I think, in my opinion, as a Yankee fan, obviously, Kilby,
Yeah,
DePena,
they're prospects.
No, but I'm saying,
They haven't done shit in the majors.
no, I know, I understand, but I wouldn't lose any sleep over it, honestly, at all. So that's just me. How about you, Joe?
I mean, I think if you take out like Cunningham or replace him with like a Will Warren, I think it makes a lot more sense. But besides that, like, yeah, like I'm definitely not losing sleep over it. Dax Kilby could go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's fine. It's just they need one like solidified MLB ready arm to make it more
Yes.
intriguing.
Their starting
Yeah.
pitching sucks. So
Yeah.
they want starters, and Will Warren can honestly be pretty good starter in the back end or mid rotation.
All right. I'm gonna move on to the third trade. It's with our crosstown rivals, I believe. It is with the New York Mets. Here we go.
Yes, so Jimmy, you have not seen this. I am bringing back. We did talk about this a little bit. I don't know if you agree to this or I really just added this in just for my pure enjoyment, but I would bring back Luke Weaver, and honestly, I think it's an easy decision because he's been he is the best reliever on the market and has been one of the best relievers so far this year, right? And now, yes, last year he was bad. He ended bad with us, right? But 2024 he did great things. And this year, opposed to last year, he's not just four seam and changeup. He's added that cutter. So as long as he keeps reinventing himself and adding more pitches, I can see him still like unlocking some things and getting to that next level. So I think he comes back to the Yankees, works with Matt Blake. He'll be even better again. So I would trade Will Warren because I know the Mets would be intrigued by Will Warren and they're gonna want a lot. They're selling high for Weaver, right? And I would just throw in Jay Savina. I don't really think he's all that of an outfielder, but
Yeah.
throw him in with Will Warren, and I think that would get the deal done. I was talking to one of my friends tonight, actually, from the Mets that he likes the Mets, right? And I asked him, "What would you want Will Warren and would you take Jay Savina for this?" He said he would 100% do this. And yes, you would take on probably Luke Weaver's contract, but I don't think it's a terrible contract for what he's doing this year and what he would provide. And also, he's been to the World Series with us in 24. He's pitched in that environment. He's closed out games in that environment. So he knows what it feels like already, those big games and the big bright lights. So I would make this trade. Jimmy.
So you're telling me that the Yankees are gonna get Luke Weaver, Adrian Morejon, and Mason Miller? That's a super pen right there. I think if they get Mason Miller and Morejon, I think that's it. That's just my opinion. Like that's two relievers right there. And then you're gonna have one of like, what the hell's his name? Weathers or I don't know. Weathers in the bullpen, or Clark Schmidt.
This is crazy, bro. Nah.
I don't know. I think this would actually be the package that the Mets would want. The Mets probably want a Godfather offer for Weaver.
Oh, this would definitely get it done. This
It would get it done. But
Warren for Weaver, that's getting it done. And Avina too. Yeah.
I don't see like it's like getting three relievers at this deadline.
All right, wait, Jimmy. To be fair, let me clear that up because it was originally Luke Weaver and Morejon, which I think is obviously more realistic and could happen.
Bro,
But
yeah.
I brought in Miller to add that aspect of the Padres deal just to see what maybe it would cost, like what you would have to at least throw in for Miller, and maybe someone that the Padres would still want for Morejon because he still is a high leverage guy. So I was just throwing that together. I do think Luke Weaver and Morejon is more realistic than Morejon and Miller, obviously. But I was just throwing that in, spark a conversation, see where it led, see what you guys thought. But yes, I agree.
He's
Three
got a
relievers would be ridiculous.
1.88 ERA this year. So yeah, I would welcome back a Luke Weaver reunion. I would. But if they get all three of those relievers, then damn, they're gonna win the World Series.
Yeah, I don't care who they add on offense.
I'm definitely all for that because Luke Weaver and then those two is just disgusting. So I know Joe probably feels exactly the same too.
I just I, I
It's
think
just
it's
not
a
happening.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't even know if why would the Mets trade him? Aren't the
Because
He's
they
a
Mets?
suck.
rent, yeah, and he's a rent or not a rental, but
He's not a rental.
they're trying
No,
to get
he's not a.
everything they can to try and rebuild. But also, Richie, I saw you brought up a point the other day in one of your guys' videos that I actually liked, and it was that, and we've seen this actually a little bit. The market and the hitters market has kind of dimmed down. If the Twins keep winning, right, and other people start sneaking in, I think they have a chance. And there's really not great hitters. Why shouldn't the Yankees just go all out and build an elite pitching lab? Why shouldn't they maybe go out and get? I saw a tweet today that the Giants would actually eat some of Robbie Ray's contract. Why shouldn't you go out and add Robbie Ray? What
You gotta
is that?
trade.
We got to
We
trade.
got to
What?
trade.
Gotta trade.
Bang!
Oh,
Yo,
Oh
AJ
shit.
Minter to the Twins.
whoa.
Bang.
I saw Twins. I thought it was
Groundbreaking.
Jeffers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah,
Thank
Twins
God
are
it was
buying.
not. That would
Twins are
sucked.
buying. This is terrible.
Holy.
Minter's
All right.
terrible.
AJ Minter is going to the
I thought he was having a good year.
Twins.
Twins are buying. What is going on, guys?
Well, that's not good.
I'm telling
Man.
you, don't get. They're gonna buy
What's
and
the
sell.
return?
They're buying and selling. Oh wait, he's a rental. Oh no. So that makes
That's
it.
not good.
Yeah. So if they're willing to go get white rentals, then they're willing to keep Jeffers.
Not necessarily.
Well,
I don't think this
Minter
has-
Welcome
is
to New York, Adley Rutschman.
Minter is well, honestly, I would like
Oh.
Adley Rutschman, and he's got years, so I would actually love
Yeah.
him.
But
I
the
just don't
Yankees
know if
aren't
he
going to do that. They're
gets
not doing that
traded.
because they view Wells as the catcher of the future. They're not trading for Adley Rutschman. That's what's going to happen.
Okay, wait. Who?
That's a sad
Joe,
reality.
It was you that brought up the tweet first.
What?
Did you bring up was that the one you showed the phone right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally saw the tweet and it said New York on it, and I was like, wait, did the Yankees?
Yeah, exactly. What I saw New York and the Twins.
So that's interesting because Minter's a rental and he's coming back from an injury. The what's it called? The Mets fire sale has begun, ladies and gentlemen.
They're trading everybody.
2.35 ERA this year. How many innings? Let me
He's
see. I got
pitching-
23 innings. He's got a 2.35.
He's been
ERA.
good for the Mets.
His
He's
last
been good.
7 games. His last 7 games, he's got a 6.43 ERA. Yeah, but they're gonna empty out that entire
Everything.
bullpen.
They're trading everything.
I'm just curious to see what the return's gonna be.
They're trading everything besides Williams.
I don't
think
They
think it's
already
gonna
came
be a
out
lot.
with
You guys
they already
think?
said the return.
What's the return?
I don't know how to say Bruin
I'll look
Agbayani
it up.
and Billy Amick. Will Salmon or Samon, whatever the frick his name is, however you say that last name. He tweeted it, and I know he's plugged in with the Mets.
Yeah. Michael Moreno said, yeah. Bruin, yeah. You said the return.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, I've never heard of those guys.
You're not going to get much for AJ Minter, so.
I mean, yeah, you weren't getting a Godfather return
No.
for AJ Minter.
It's not
who's
worth a lot at
rental.
all. So, does this mean no Jeffers, or what do you guys think about that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, I
I
think
mean,
that means no Jeffers.
no. Well,
I definitely think
they
it does.
acquired Minter, so maybe they're going the pitching aspect, and Will Warren they might be inclined to if they're going for pitchers or ERC. So honestly, like Rob said, they can buy and sell if they're going for the pitchers route because they still have Cody Clemens. Larnick is still out there. Byron Buxton did just go on the IL, right? So when he comes back, so they still have a pretty solid team offensively. So they could have the luxury to go out and get more pitching. I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Yeah, and the Twins definitely needed bullpen help. So this is a start. But I think they're going to do a little buying and selling. That's my prediction.
They need
I
any
don't
pitching
know
help
if
they
this
can get.
means- Absolutely, and I don't
And the
know
Yankees
if this
can give
means
them that.
Oh, Jeffers is going to stay put. I'm not sure.
I just don't see why you would go and get a rental if you're going to sell to. It just doesn't make sense.
Right? Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah. Well,
So it looks like it's Tyler Stevenson season in the Bronx.
No. Far away. Stay far away.
the Twins are getting fooled. They should not be buying at the deadline at all. They should be cashing out on Jeffers, and they're messing up here for sure. They're not going to do shit at all.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, and then. Okay, so now here's the thing: if Jeffers stays put,
It's
who do you
Hunter
guys want?
Hunter Goodman?
It's Adley. What happened?
Hunter Goodman or Adley?
No chance.
I'd prefer Adley, but
I do not want Goodman because he's more of the same strikeout home run. I do not want that.
I don't want Goodman
he's
either.
literally just the catching version of like Ryan McMahon, and he still can't play defense.
Yeah, and there was like a whole article, like a scout said, it was from the Ken Rosenthal article from the other day, like he catches the ball like he's mad or something, like I didn't get like the whole article. I'm sure teams are aware that Hunter Goodman's defense is not very good. So I think that article that I saw the other day from Rosenthal was just stupid. I don't know what this means. I think personally the Yankees are going to end up with, is it Ivan Herrera or Ivan Herrera?
Ivan Herrera.
Yeah. I
Ivan.
think they're going to get him. I think that's going to be the guy. I'm calling
I
it.
think they'll probably get him and O'Brien in a package.
Yep. I could absolutely
We've seen
see
Cashman
it.
do it before. He's going to do it again.
Here's the thing. This is what I'm telling you. I mean, this is my
And O'Brien's
guess.
going to be another Jake Bird.
Well,
Not.
God, don't get me started
Yeah.
about him.
Nah. Oh, well, I don't. Herrera can hit. I'm like,
Oh,
he's not
okay.
a good
So
defender
can I
at
add
all.
something here?
Yeah, go.
It was the let me see. Amick was the wait. This tweet makes no sense. Hold on. I know they got 2 top 30 prospects.
Billy Amick?
Oh, 2 top 30 they got?
Yeah.
Wow. Hmm. 2 top 30 for AJ Minter. I did not expect that.
Yep, and
Wow.
now the Astros, they're a team to watch
They're
out
gonna
for
buy.
too because
They're going to buy too.
they're 500. Yep.
They should
expanded
buy
playoffs,
because
like
they
you
had,
said, Lorenzo.
they have Yordan Alvarez, so they should buy.
Rob, it is killing the Yankees and the trade deadline. These
Yeah, there's no
extended
sellers.
playoffs, or it's terrible, man.
Yep.
So
Rob
bad.
Manfred screwed that up.
Teams that should be
Horrible.
selling aren't selling.
And the Ghost Runner too. Because that's baseball.
Ghost Runner isn't bad though. I'll live on that hill.
It's wiffle ball. Those are wiffle ball rules. The runner, the ghost runner.
I don't
What
care
is
about
that? That's not
about
baseball.
I don't care about the longer game. It's baseball. You don't earn a runner on second base.
Right.
It's prioritizing the health of the pitchers long term. That's what it is for.
All right.
And to
Lorenzo,
speed up
can I ask you
and to speed up the
something?
game too.
Lorenzo, can you
Fair
forward that trade package for Jeffers to Cashman right now? Thanks.
You want me
I
to call
want
him up for
Ryan
you,
Jeffers
Jeff?
on this
Yeah.
team. And listen, and you guys got to think about something here about Jeffers. He has a connection with Tanner Swanson, and Tanner Swanson is on the Yankees staff. So that's something to keep in mind, but I think Joe's right. I think Jeffers is going to stay.
It's gonna be like you said. It's gonna be Herrera and O'Brien. I could already see it.
I
Oh,
don't
we're gonna be
want-
so
I
mad.
don't
We
want
are
Herrera.
going to be
Please
so
God,
mad.
no, dude.
I don't want Herrera. I'll
I
say
would
that
not
right now.
mind him.
I don't want
It's
anyone from the
O'Brien
Cardinals.
that I
Can we just
don't
not
want.
call the Cardinals? Can we lose their number? I don't want anyone on that team.
You're so, bro. If we got O'Brien, I'm throwing my TV out of my window and I'm not watching a single rest
What's
of
so
I wanna
bad
see a
about
video of
O'Brien?
that.
What's so bad about O'Brien?
He's just not good. He's not good.
not good.
Plain and simple.
Yep, he's not good. And the thing is, he throws hard, but he has zero idea where the ball is going. He throws
Camilo
30
Doval.
pitches. Yes, he is Doval Jr.
Yeah, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Let's keep
It's
going.
the same thing, right? O'Brien has a 3.5 ERA. Doval had a 3.5 ERA, right? And Doval was a fake all-star, I like to call it, because they just give anybody all-stars because they pick one person from a team, right? And O'Brien's the same exact thing. I mean, if he could, and to Joe's point yesterday, because he actually said this in the chat because we were talking about O'Brien, you don't trade for maybe it's a Matt Blake project. You don't trade for those
not
people.
this year. Not this year at all.
Nope,
No.
nope, and that's why like Morahan and Weaver, I'd be completely. Who the hell is complaining about that?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's cool that we had a little trade break while we were recording this. So
I really thought it was the Jeffers trade. I'm gonna be
that's
totally
what
honest
I
with you.
thought when I saw New York.
Yes.
And I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Thought it was the Jeffers trade. Wow. Well, if it's Ivan Herrera, I won't be too happy with that.
How about
I have
wait? Would you be
different
happy with
opinions.
the?
I'd be okay
Would you be
with it.
happy with the package with O'Brien?
No, I would hate that. If we got Herrera and
Didn't you
O'Brien,
just say? Didn't you just say you?
no, I
you
don't
were-
like
would-
O'Brien.
Oh, well, who do you want then out of the
What?
pen? If it's not Miller or Moron.
I want Miller and Morhone. I don't want Riley O'Brien out of the pen. That's
He
what
wants Anthony Volpe.
I'll give you guys a name to keep an eye on. Maybe I know Mark Feinsand said like they wouldn't move him. Daniel Lynch,
Yes,
for
I like that one.
the Royals, big ground ball guy. Come
Yes.
on, that's a Yankee.
That
fit.
one makes sense. I like that one.
And he's not gonna cost like a haul. So I don't know. Lorenzo, do you have any more trade packages?
Rob, we have one more.
One more
Oh,
left.
We do.
Where's my infielder?
Yeah,
But you're
that's
gonna
what
be
I'm
you're
saying.
gonna be
Where's
disappointed.
my
saying.
outfielder?
You're gonna be disappointed.
Huh. Yo, what is this?
All right,
Late?
Lane
right.
Thomas, dude.
listen to me.
I go quiet. I go
This
quiet.
is a realistic. I try to keep it realistic and not go fantasy land. So Lane Thomas, and we would all not be happy. I'm not happy about this, but I put together because it's realistic. Lane Thomas, what did Jack Curry say? He said the Yankees, they're looking for right-handed outfielders, right? But what are they going to do? They're going to get someone they know that when Judge and Belly are back, they could slide to the bench and they have no problem doing, or they're going to get someone that they're comfortable not having any more use for. So Lane Thomas is the perfect fit for this. That is the perfect Brian Cashman fit. He always tries to get someone under the radar and think that they'll have a breakout. And sometimes maybe doesn't work, but listen, he's going to get Lane Thomas and try and get cute and say that he got his right-handed outfielder. And Brandon Beck's all you would have to give up. You're not going to have to give up a ton. It's Lane Thomas. We're not talking about Bobby Witt Jr. here. But, I mean, it's a disgrace. I would maybe bring in, I was deciding between Lane Thomas and actually George Springer because Springer's a more proven player in October, so I would actually like him because he's proven in October he could play. But yeah, this is just someone I brought up because I honestly think that this might happen. And with the Yankees right now is they're creating a lot of traffic we're seeing, but they're not scoring these runners. So Brian Cashman shouldn't get the guy like Lane Thomas. If he got the good guys, the good hitters out there with this team currently without your Judge and Belly and Stan, you can actually still have a pretty good offense because the young guys are still getting on base a little bit. They're just not cashing in when they have to. So if you get a few guys that can execute like two bats, throw it in the middle with Ben Rice, you could stir something up before those guys come back. But yeah, I mean, I think Lane Thomas is something that can happen, and we might have to come to that realization. So give me your guys' thoughts.
Well, I don't hate Lane Thomas. This actually makes sense. I was more pissed
Of course
off.
you don't.
Okay, what does that even mean? I'm more pissed off that we're gonna run into the postseason with Ryan McMahon at third base, Volpe or Caballero and at second, at shortstop. That's what I'm more pissed off about. We're not making a trade for an infielder. What are we doing?
This is Austin Slater all over again, just so you guys know. This is literally Austin Slater part 2, and we know how that worked out.
Yep.
This is
No,
probably gonna happen. It's like it's a little too realistic, but it's a problem. Like this is I can't wait to see Jeff Passan say the Yankees are acquiring Lane Thomas from the Royals.
he would be on the
just
bench,
so I can get
though. He would
nice
be on the
and
bench.
mad at Brian Cashman. But like Richie said, we're not getting an infielder, and our infield is abysmal. This is a guy that like I could just see them like DFAing. He just doesn't serve a purpose once Bellinger and Judge come back. So that's my thoughts on this. Like, it's costing you nothing. Yeah, I guess it's good for the short term, but yeah, I'm not gonna be happy when it does happen.
Yeah, I mean, when you make the trades this year, it should be, is this guy going to help me in October? And if you're looking at Lane Thomas and just saying he's a stopgap, which is the word Jack Curry used, that's not the route you go down as the Yankees. I mean, what are we doing if we make this trade? Seriously.
I'd rather just keep
Go,
going.
no, go ahead, Richie. I was actually done.
I'd rather just use Spencer Jones as a stopgap than acquire Lane Thomas.
Yeah.
I have a crazy controversial thing. And I don't know how you guys feel, but we need an outfielder. He did have Tommy John and he hasn't played outfield since then, right? But Bryce Harper and Dave Dombrowski, they don't have a great relationship. Joe, I think you agree with me by that, but I would go
love that.
Hit up Philly.
Bring him home.
Yes. Hit
Bring
up
him
Philly.
home.
Say, what is it going to take?
Yeah, should have been a Yankee to start.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my hot take is they should just go out, call Philly, say, we want Harper. What's it going to take? And that's a huge bag.
Move Ben Rice. Move Ben Rice to left
Come
field.
on.
What?
Kidding, bro.
Yo, shut up. Shut up.
You're a fucking statistical wizard, bro. You want all these fucking
Ben
you
Rice
want all
is
these,
your
you want all these
catcher at
fucking
that
little
point.
chips. Give me
Bryce
the big
Harper
chip.
is a bad
Give me the big
X-Bull, but
fucking
we
chip.
can't get him.
I don't want Lane Thomas, bro. Keep going.
I don't want Lane Thomas. He's trash.
I'm kidding, obviously, but
sucks. I mean, I mean, this is like the one guy like I don't want. I don't know. Like they're not gonna get anybody crazy. Like they're probably gonna get one of Lane Thomas, Joe Adele. They're not getting Springer, so get that out of your head.
Springer.
Cheater.
I don't want Springer, so.
Yeah, I don't either. It's going to be Joe Adele, Lane Thomas, Jake McCarthy, or Taylor Ward.
or Tyrone Taylor.
Wait, who did I say?
Tyrone Taylor. It could be
No,
Tyrone Taylor too.
Stay away from Joe Adele. The Yankees are looking right-handed. I wish they weren't. Who cares about the lefties or righty? Jake McCarthy is actually a pretty solid option if you ask me. The guy's batting 300. So I would go and sign up for Jake McCarthy. Stop with this lefties, righties. We need... Because you know what the Yankees are trying to do? And they're saying they need righties? They're trying to platoon everyone. Stop platooning everyone and just go out and get the guy.
I'd rather... Listen, who... Would you guys... Let's say they get Joe Adele. I'm just throwing it out there. Would you rather watch Max Schumann or Joe Adele?
Max Schumann, I'd rather watch play.
Max
Joe
Schumann.
Adele.
Max Schumann.
Oh, God.
How about neither?
Neither.
It shouldn't be, Jimmy. It shouldn't
What about
be
Spencer Jones or Jason Dominguez
exactly.
at that point?
It should not. Joe. Exactly.
I would rather make
Exactly.
no trade.
It should not be. Let's go out and get Joe Adele because he's better than Max Schumann. That shouldn't be why you're getting Joe Adele. Just because
Max Schumann is an embarrassment. That guy is embarrassing. He should have never put on a Yankee jersey. Get that guy out of here now.
He's a
I
bench
maybe
player.
would keep Volpe on the bench instead of him. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Or Volpe should just be
For
banished.
shits and giggles, we could keep Volpe.
Keep him. Let him be a cheerleader.
It's about all he's good for. Right, Richie?
He's not. I'm not arguing about this anymore.
All right.
We did this. We did this yesterday.
He's not catching the bait this time around.
Come on.
Come on, reel him in. But
Come on.
anyway,
Come on.
no, I do like like we said, the stopgap thing. I mean, it's probably what's going to happen. But
I like Tyrone Taylor as an
yeah, I
option.
do. I do like them too. That's what we said for our deadline. So
That makes the most sense. Tyrone Taylor.
Yeah.
I feel
Like they're not gonna get a sexy name. They're just
No.
not, because Bellinger's going to be back eventually.
I don't want a sexy name for the outfield. I would rather an infielder, but there's none available.
I want a sexy name for the infield. That's
Otto
what I
Lopez
want.
and Xavier Edwards, I would like to see them get.
Hey, but are the Marlins selling
Wow,
or
of
no?
course.
And I feel like that should be our main priority. Third base or shortstop. But there's like no one available, like we said. So.
Okay, I'll give you guys a name, C.J. Abrams.
I like
for
Brooks
now.
Lee too, but I don't think that's happening
Joe?
either.
Joe,
If
I
Brooks
love you,
Lee-
Joe. Joe, I
We're on
love
the same
what-
wavelength right
I
now.
lo-
no,
yes.
no.
I said Brooks Lee. I love that shout. I love that
He's
shout.
so good, dude. I would love
So
that for the
good. What are you
Yankees.
talking about? He's so
He is
good.
perfect for what we
he's
need.
yes, he's perfect.
Not perfect.
He's contact. He's a switch hitter. He can play third base. Is he the best defender? No, but you know what? You guys are complaining about a good defender and not getting any offensive production. So let's get the offense, and then we're gonna be complaining that there's no defense. So I mean,
Brooks Lee is not a good hitter, by the way. So I don't know what you. He's not a good hitter.
Like Anthony Volpe, by the way.
I like who said I like Anthony Volpe?
What?
You were
I
defending him.
don't- I'm going on mute.
You said he's the worst shortstop in baseball. I don't believe that.
That's because he is.
He's not the worst shortstop. There's worse guys than Volpe.
there's a conversation.
He's
that
not
he
good
is.
at all. He's not good at all. So I know he's not good.
Oh my God, the Volpe conversation every episode.
I'm just like, I said to Lorenzo, on our
Yeah, Jimmy,
very
what's
first-
your thoughts on Anthony Volpe?
I said, well, I'll get to that in a minute. I said to Lorenzo on like the very first episode, this guy needs to change his scenery. I want Lombard up here.
I believe that too. I do think
I
that.
am fucking sick and tired of watching Volpe. I'm fucking sick and
tired
tired
of
of
watching him,
watching
too.
half this roster.
Aren't we all?
There are too many bums on this team for a team that has what's their payroll? 320 million?
Yeah.
Probably
There's
somewhere
gonna be
around there.
this many embarrassments on the team.
They thought Wells would be better, but he is so bad. So bad.
Yeah,
It's
and the
so-
thing with the Yankees is they have it in house, but they just don't see it, right? You can make these fixes in house. One for the bullpen is you could bring up Giovanni Cruz, right? That's one option. And then you get two relievers. You don't have to choose between Hill, Yarbrough, or Duvall. You get rid of all three. You bring up Giovanni Cruz, right? You get two relievers. That fixes your whole bullpen. The infield, you're most likely we're going to have McMahon, right? So we're going to have to just deal with it, right? We're going to have Ben Rice at first. You can get Lombard. I would put him at shortstop. He would be my shortstop. Let him figure it out. He's done everything that he has to do in AAA. What more development is he going to do in AAA except for crush their pitching? Bring him up to the majors. Let him develop. Let's see what he does. Jazz is most likely going to be the second baseman, but they can make those moves with Giovanni Cruz, Lombard, and then when Bellinger, Judge come back, obviously, if they make the necessary trades, they can still win the World Series. Like, they're still a World Series caliber team if they make the necessary
Nobody's
moves.
disagreeing, but the thing is that they have to go all in like they say they want to go. Like, it's good to hear, like, Cashman saying, like, oh, we got all these resource, fully operational. What is it? What does he say? That stupid thing, fully operational, like Starship or something. I don't know. Put your what's the saying? Like, good. You know what? More action, less talking. It's good to hear. Oh, we got all these guys and stuff like that. Yeah, but then use the chips, use your trade pieces, and boom, improve the team. That's what they need to do. Like, the American League sucks, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
It's bad right now.
I said this on the
Like, you
Yankees
kind of
Deck
have to
podcast.
go all in, and the lockout is coming.
Yep. I mean, if we don't win, the American League is so bad. If we don't win this league, we have to win this league.
Yeah.
Literally. And this is the worst American League I've ever seen in my life. Let's be honest.
It's 2024 all over again. And, we have to make these moves. And, I honestly think that we're like on the same page with what we think needs to get done. And Brian Cashman says it every year. We're gonna go out and get the big fish. We're gonna get these big names, but I gotta see it to believe it. I really do have to see it. And I'm not gonna lie. I think maybe tomorrow we might see a move, or Saturday. I think, but I think first, because the prices aren't going down, it might just be for Elaine Thomas, and I'm sick of that. Like, I don't like any of those choices. I really don't. But I want to ask you guys, Jimmy, Richie, Joe, who else? Who's a big fish that we could get on the market besides catcher? Like, who even is there that you guys would want?
I'm gonna raise my hand. I'm gonna give you 3 names:
Yes.
Otto Lopez,
Yes.
C.J. Abrams, Xavier Edwards.
I
Mason
want
Miller.
realistic, because I don't think C.J. Abrams is realistic.
I don't think he's.
I think
Buster
Edwards
only,
and Lopez are more realistic.
Buster only said he's not moving. Okay, but here's what's the crazy thing here. I saw the tweet by Morosi tonight, John Morosi. Why would he specifically name drop the Yankees for Otto Lopez?
I want Otto Lopez. I can see him in a Yankee uniform.
He's a shortstop, correct?
Yes, great shortstop.
Big leadoff hitter.
Not disagreeing. So does that mean Lombard wouldn't come up this year?
Can
Maybe
Lombard
play him at third.
Can he play third?
Yeah,
I agree.
Lombard can. Can
Yes.
Otto Lopez play second?
Yeah, he can play second too.
Well, yeah.
He
I
used
would
to play
honestly-
second base.
I don't know. It would be tough
I'm
between
telling
that.
you
Give
guys,
Jazz a boot.
Yes,
I
give
would-
Jazz
I'm
the boot.
telling you.
No, it's you. Would you rather McMahon at third or Jazz at second?
McMahon at third.
Jazz at
no,
second for
I'm
me.
Jazz at.
Jazz at second.
I don't know. I don't know.
They are both just so bad.
Jazz basically told you in the beginning of the year that he basically told pitchers, if you face me in October, you're gonna face
Stop.
someone in the stands. Because he said, I hit when it gets warmer out. This dude cannot hit in the cold. He's not made for October. And
It's almost August, by the way.
and you know what, Joe? Guess who actually performed last October? One of the only guys. You won't believe it, but Ryan McMahon. So that's all I got to say.
He did.
That was reaction.
I don't believe in that at all. He ain't performing again in October.
Okay, well, let's not forget about the fact that Jazz was going 50-50 before the season started. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's not just let that go under the rug. He literally claimed he was going to be Shohei Ohtani.
Jazz is a better hitter
Alright.
than McMahon. We can agree
No.
on that.
Okay,
No.
now here's
I
the
think he's a better hitter than McMahon.
He has a higher
He is.
ceiling than McMahon, I'll say that. But like
Yes.
right now,
He has
I
a
think- I
higher
don't
ceiling,
know.
but his approach kills him. His
God awful.
his home run or bust approach kills him. He has so much talent. He
When
does.
was the last time McMahon got a hit?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't
When was
know.
the
I
last
think
time
the
he got
other
hit?
day.
When's the last time Jazz Chisholm had an incident?
An incident?
Like, one of his groundbreaking
know.
incidents where he says something to the media or he runs out with
my
a
God.
lollipop. Because the last thing I laughed at is Jazz Chisholm said, all I needed to know, after hitting a few home runs, by the way, and not doing anything else, he said, I just needed my teammates to tell me I'm the greatest in the world.
How about him walking out wearing Giancarlo Stanton's pants? Like, what is that about?
Come on. Using
This is
all these
turning
different bats? Come on.
Yeah.
Just be better.
I
It's
know.
the player.
Yes, man.
And the thing
Hit
is
the
with
fucking
Jazz, does he know how much money he's losing out on?
Wait, what did Jazz say? He's worth 300, 400 million?
300 million, he said.
What?
In
I
your
don't,
dreams, man.
I don't know if anybody gives Jazz more than 15 million per year.
Nah, there's probably like some
Nah,
stupid
they
team that'll
will.
throw like 22 at him or something
Like
like
the
that.
fucking Mets.
He'll get 25
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah, that's how Bo Bichette's getting paid $40 million, but it's fine.
Yeah, but Marcus Simeon is their second. You
Oh
know,
my God,
you
that
know,
guy's fucking
we
terrible.
all talk shit about the Yankees, but it's a lot worse on the other side of town with Stearns running that show.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't care because we're the Yankees. We're supposed to be good. They're supposed to be bad. So we can't compare us to the Mets. We gotta be good.
Okay, and that's it. Right, I get that, but it's like, it could be a lot worse, Yankee fans. It could be rooting for the Mets right now. And that whole thing with like Lindor and stuff,
Yeah.
I think he's the problem there.
Well, yeah, I think Lindor might be the problem too. But I want to go back to Otto Lopez for a second. Do you guys seriously think he's available?
Lopez, for the
Jeff
right
Passan
price.
said
I
it.
think for the right price.
Yes,
yeah,
for the right price.
Personally, I'm willing to pay so much to get Otto Lopez on this team.
I agree.
Do you see? The thing is, I would do it too. But they're asking for Lombard right there.
Oh my God, dude, his
No.
average is crazy.
No, they're not
I didn't
ask-
know it was
I
this
don't-
high.
They're gonna ask for
Lombard?
Kilby or Caden Kent. They're gonna ask for Legrande. They're gonna ask for ERC. They're gonna ask for all Ben Hess. They're gonna ask for all of these guys. And you know what? You probably give it to them. But
Dude, Otto Lopez has a 5.5 WAR. Like that's
he's
insane.
He's
How
ridiculous.
many
dude.
years of
Great
control
base
does he
runner,
have?
great fielder. Like 3 more after this one, I think. Let me look it up.
He's the white whale of
Yes.
offense.
And I wasn't even thinking
yes,
of him
but-
until Jimmy brought him up. But I want him.
Yeah.
That's
All
who I
right. So
want.
when I honestly asked, like, who you guys would think, I was thinking more of an outfielder because I don't really know if they're gonna get another infielder. Do you guys have any like outfielders that I haven't mentioned or I'm forgetting about? Like, who's the big? Because they're definitely gonna try and get a left fielder or a stopgap. But you guys talk about the big names too. Is there even any big names that we could go out and get for the outfield? Like, we might just be
Why
stuck
would
with the
they?
mid-tier guys. Like, who else is really that good?
Dude,
They're
Tyler
go-
Ward?
They're going for a mid-tier guy. I mean,
They don't need.
they don't
Well,
need.
I mean-
the outfield's not the biggest need, you know.
Thank you. Like what? Like what are we talking about here? It's not me. Getting mad at Lorenzo for some reason. Why would they need to go for a big outfielder?
No.
That should be an off-season issue.
Yes.
Now I'll just say this right now. I don't believe Trent Grisham comes back.
no,
but-
he's gone.
I don't want him back.
Yeah.
No,
but
then
you
who's
know
just
why I
gonna-
say you need an outfielder is because you're gonna have to trade Jones or Dominguez to get a good player, and then you are left with Max Schumann playing left field
Yeah,
every
and
single
guess
day.
what? The
That's why it's a
outfielder I would
backup
want is
outfielder.
James Wood.
What?
James Wood. James Wood. So wait, you think CJ Abrams is far stretched?
That's
but
crazy.
James Wood isn't.
Apparently, he was available.
They're building their franchise
And it
around
was
James
I
Wood.
see.
There's
like,
no
I don't,
way he's
I
getting
don't know.
moved.
I would love James Wood. I think
Anyone would
anyone
love James Wood.
Anyone? Yeah, serious. That guy's an instant impact bat to
That's-
literally any team.
That's your whole farm system for James Wood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
It's Lombard and Kilby.
Dude, think
I
about how
don't
the
know,
Padres
Ian-
feel. They traded both of them and got nothing.
Oh, I'll give you guys a name because this was interesting to me. Seiya Suzuki's name popped up.
Jimmy, I know who you're gonna bring up. Shohei Otani. Yes, we gotta trade for Otani,
Yes,
Jimmy.
I would love it, but Seiya Suzuki's name popped up there.
Seiya can hit, man. He's a legit hitter for his
He
whole
is.
career.
Isn't he a rental?
He might be. Let me look that up right now, actually.
Didn't the Cubs say that they would be open to trading him? I think they did.
I would take him.
But his defense is
Yes.
shaky, right?
Seiya's a rental. I want to see where he's played in the field this year.
Where's he? What's he hitting? What's his OPS?
OPS is at 839. He's
Whoa.
played a lot of games in left field this year, or no, right field, and he's been actually pretty good in right field. All the advanced metrics love him.
This would
I
be an
mean-
insane get, but
You guys know,
They're trading him though. Why would they trade him?
I saw something like they may trade him. You guys know Ryan Garcia of
Yeah.
Empire Sports?
Yeah.
He's got legit sources, and he said that Jed Hoyer, the Cubs, what is he, president of baseball ops?
Yeah.
Something like that. He said that Jed Hoyer's intrigued with some of our pitchers. So could could a guy like I don't. There's gonna be so many overpays this deadline. I would take Seiya Suzuki.
The Cubs need pitching bad. Starting pitching they need really bad. So Will Warren? Warren?
Yo, guys, just a quick little thing is the Red Sox are only 3.5 games behind us now.
They won?
That's
Yep.
wonderful.
Yep, they're
Wow,
three
they
and a
won
half
that
games
game.
behind.
And there's no trades being made by the Yankees yet. So when do you guys expect the first move?
I would hope for tomorrow, but I'm thinking Saturday.
I agree. I'm with you. I think it's gonna be Saturday.
Who do you guys expect the first move to be? We'll end on this and then we'll get out of here.
Predicting Camilo Doval traded is the first move.
Wow, that's your prediction? Okay.
Yes.
Camilo Doval.
What the fuck?
Yes, I could see.
You think the first trade is going to be us selling, not getting?
I could see. No, first, I think they get an outfielder by Sunday.
I think the first trade is going to be an outfielder.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't even know who to
I
say
can't
anymore,
fucking
dude.
stand Max Schumann.
I think the first move is Lane Thomas.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, guys, but it's realistic.
It's too realistic. That's the problem.
Oh.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know. Like, I don't
Lane
see
Thomas,
Lane.
man.
I think something you got to keep an eye on. I know you guys not big on Adele, but the interim GM in
John
LA,
Mozeliak.
yeah, and guess who he's good friends with?
Cashman?
Yes,
Oh,
Rob is back.
Welcome, Rob.
Robbie, how you doing?
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
We have a ghost on. Oh,
Oh my god.
Can you
What
talk?
happened to your cat?
Yeah,
Talk.
you're muted, man.
Talk.
Bro, am I live or not?
Yes, you're fine. You're good.
It's there.
yeah.
I'm sure
What?
I'm sure my camera looks great
Like your
right now.
screen?
I'm sure it looks really good.
Hey, we can see it's you. It's fine.
I'm better off of just fucking.
I got my
16.
one hot take. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think we're trading for Otto Lopez. I think we're trading for Otto
Would love that.
Lopez,
Would love it.
and we're going to move
Please.
Lombard. Lombard's going to play third base for us. That's my prediction.
That sounds great.
Sounds great, and Lorenzo's gonna be in tears.
I would cry because I have a I brought a Ryan McMahon jersey.
Why would you ever do that?
I love Ryan McMahon so much.
Honestly, I love Ryan McMahon too. I was so happy when we got him. Oh
Come
my
on,
god,
come
dude.
on.
I like McMahon. He's a good guy. He sucks at baseball, though. He sucks.
And you
We're
got
so happy when we got
something in
McMahon.
I was
mind
so
here.
happy, and I'm still so happy. Let's get Otto Lopez and let's trade Jazz Chisholm. Keep Ryan McMahon.
No,
please.
no.
Okay, realistically, now, okay, I got to bring up two things here.
Go.
The Yankees and the Marlins do a lot of business together. I mean, under Peter Bendix, so Ryan Weathers.
The Chisholm trade.
Was Chisholm under?
I think that was Jeter. No.
No.
That was Bendix, I thought. I think that was
Was
Bendix.
it
Stanton was
Bendix,
Jeter.
or was it?
Stanton, that's
Or
right.
was it that?
Thank you. Appreciate that one, Jeter. Means a lot.
He knew what he
Okay.
was doing.
I'll look it up right now, Jimmy.
Yeah, was it that female?
Oh, might have been the female.
Oh,
it might have been a
yes.
female.
I think it was her.
No, it says
What was that?
Bendix
What was her
took
name?
over as president of baseball operations
NG?
Yeah.
on November 6, 2023.
Something like that.
So the Chisholm trade was after that.
Yo, and listen here, Kim got screwed out of that job. Like, she was not bad. Okay,
I don't. Yeah, I guess.
what
Yeah, she
the
wasn't bad.
hell was I gonna bring up? There was
Yeah,
one
I'll take your word for it, I guess.
You were saying that that Cashman, the Yankees and the Marlins have traded in the past and have a good
Yes, they
relationship.
have. Okay, so I think Lorenzo brought up something about like trading Jazz, like you mentioned, like we'll trade Jazz. What the hell would the Yankees get in return for Jazz?
It doesn't matter. You're shedding him so you can add in a Otto Lopez to
Oh,
take his spot.
okay, but that's not what I asked.
back-end
Like, what are
reliever?
they getting?
Yeah, you
You could
could.
trade him for Miller.
You could get a team that would take him, of course.
No, someone's taking
I think you
Jazz
could
for
send
sure.
him to San Diego.
I don't want to trade Jazz. I totally disagree with that.
Well, he's not coming back this year. Well, I'll tell you something.
Did you say Jazz isn't coming back this year?
Well, after this year.
After the year.
Okay.
He left the game with cramps today, so.
Yeah. Okay. He makes up
What a baby.
excuses to get hurt when he does something wrong, like getting
Makes
picked
up
off.
excuses to get hurt? All right.
He wants to go on the IL so he doesn't get traded.
Just like
That's
Byron
what
Buxton.
Buxton. That's what Buxton's doing. That's what Steer's doing. All these guys. Listen, I don't, Richie. Why do you like Jazz Chisholm?
doesn't
Or
like-
why are
he
you
doesn't
backing
like
Did
him
I
up?
say I like Jazz
He
Chisholm?
likes swimming. He likes swing and miss.
But you're
Honestly.
yeah. Why you like a lot
Why
of
do
swing and miss?
Why
And
do you like Ryan McMahon?
because he's a great defender and he hit in the playoffs.
He's hitting he cannot hit. He's not a good hitter at all.
But Jazz Chisholm can't, and Volpe can't either. And
Volpe, no
I-
shit.
And I heard that you don't want Luis Ariz, but you want Jazz Chisholm?
Don't want Jazz Chisholm. There's not a better option than Jazz Chisholm.
Luis
I-
Ariz.
Luis Ariz. Yeah, there you go.
I don't think
Like, what are you
Ariz is
talking
much better
about?
than Chisholm. I'll be totally honest.
Do you enjoy seeing Jazz Chisholm whiff
Wait,
at backfoot
you said
sliders
you don't
every
think
at-bat?
Ariz is better
Mu-
than Jazz Chisholm?
Much better than Jazz Chisholm. I don't think so. I don't think Ariz is a good fit
You
at the
are
stadium.
out of your fucking
Ariz
skull,
is a-
Richie.
Ariz is a great fit in San Francisco because of the big outfield,
Like,
but some of those singles ain't falling at Yankee Stadium
why not? Literally, why not?
because the outfield is so big in San Francisco. The Yankee outfield is not as big.
It is a Major League Baseball field. The singles will fall.
Ariz doesn't
wait,
Promise you they'll fall.
Yes.
Wait a
Oh my
wait
god.
a minute. Did I just hear that you would rather have Jazz than fucking Luis Ariz?
Hey, I never said that. Never said that.
You just, oh my god, oh my
I
god,
didn't-
yes,
wait
you
a minute,
fucking did.
I-
Yes, you did.
I said I don't think Ariz is much better than Jazz.
Oh my god,
I think Ariz would be a better option than Jazz, though.
Okay, wait, time out here.
dude, what are you saying?
Okay,
Oh, I'm going back on mute.
I still
can't.
think there's a lot in the tank with Jazz offensively down the stretch. I truly believe that.
bullshit. I don't know. Raise your hand, everybody. Raise your hand if you're tired of seeing Jazz Chisholm and his million fucking strikeouts.
Come on.
Richie raised his hand. So why don't you allow Luis Ariz?
I never said I didn't want him.
Yeah, Richie didn't say he didn't want him. He just says he's not too much better. But honestly, I agree with that. I think he's a lot better.
No,
Okay, we can-
so now
We're
here's
going to
something.
agree to disagree on that.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do on that. one.
Right. Okay, so here's
You guys are
something
putting words in my mouth. I never said I don't think Luis Ariz is better than Jazz. Never said that.
What if, and Chris Kirchner is a Yankees reporter for The Athletic. He brought up something interesting. I don't see it happening. I don't think he's getting moved ultimately, CJ Abrams, but he mentioned that CJ Abrams could slide over to second base if traded to the Yankees this year. Do you guys like that? Like, do you
Well,
think he could play second?
Yes, he'd be a much better defender at second this short. And Abrams hits the shit out of the ball. So, yeah, I would love that.
What is this? Is there a trade?
Yeah. What do you want me to say? He hasn't had a good year offensively.
Just want to bring something up for comparison. I think he
Yeah.
would thrive at Yankee Stadium.
This just fucked me on Twitter.
Ariz has
I
been
was
a
gonna
great
say.
defender this year, too.
Yeah,
He's been a great
honestly, thanks to Ron Washington, in my opinion,
Yes, Ron Washington.
he can
Yeah.
help Volpe.
You guys think Ariz is realistic at all? I don't think they're getting.
No.
I don't think
Absolutely
Ariz is not a Yankee. I cannot picture him being a Yankee.
He
and that's
could
why.
be realistic if Cashman went in for him, but will Cashman go for him? No.
No
No.
chance. No chance.
I don't see it. I think my prediction is that Jazz. I don't know because because here's something that's really interesting about Brian Cashman. He basically did his off-season work at the deadline last year. Is it a repeat at this year's deadline?
Should not be at all.
Totally agree. but I would look to replace Jazz. Absolutely. I cannot stand him. Just he whiffs on everything.
Well, the only long-term option to replace Jazz with here at the deadline is C.J. Abrams and put him at second base. Because the Rise is
Or
a rental.
fucking Otto Lopez, but I don't.
Or they get Otto Lopez, he's playing shortstop. That's what's going to happen. They're not putting Lopez at second base. Lopez is a shortstop.
I feel like that's a guy Cashman would just.
I wouldn't even be
That's a
opposed
Cashman guy.
to what's it called, platooning Jazz and Volpe, because Volpe's actually been good against lefties, and second base would help him.
You're not crazy. You've said a lot of crazy things. That wasn't the craziest thing.
I think
you've
we
ever
were talking
said.
about that earlier. I'd be so in for that.
That
I'd
isn't
be
a
cool with
horrible
that.
idea. Yeah.
What about Zach Neto?
Wait, hold on.
No. I'm
Richie,
just asking.
Richie, you said that was a
What?
horrible or not horrible idea?
I said that was not a horrible idea.
Okay.
I agree.
Yes.
All right. Now I brought up Zach
I
Neto.
thought that's what Rob was reacting to. I thought.
I thought that's what
I'll
he said.
move,
I was
I'll
like,
move
come
my
on.
mic closer. I'll move my mic closer.
All right.
Zach
So what
Neto,
about-
Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm not a
Oof.
fan.
I don't think I'd want him.
No,
I'm not a fan either.
his fucking defense is a problem. Strikes
Defense
out
is a
lot.
problem. Strikes out a lot.
How about his swing with his giant leg kick?
31.3% strikeout rate this year.
He fits right in with this lineup.
And the defense
Wonderful.
isn't good either. -8 outs above average.
Like there was a report that came out from Jeff Passan that said they wanted like a home run return. Who the fuck is giving up a home run return?
It's the
for
control
Zach Neto?
for a young shortstop. That's why. You get a lot
How
of
many
control.
years of control does he have?
A lot more. Like 3 more after this, I think.
Screw that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him on the Yankees. So
It's
Yeah.
like
I hope you guys
honestly-
know that's friendly banter between us and Richie. We're just, having our fun. I'm just bringing up those conversations to have fun, Richie, obviously.
yeah, 4 against 1 over here.
I
It's all
thought of
good.
something here.
Sorry, I can't input as much today, guys. My Wi-Fi is literally burnt toast.
Yeah,
I don't know
you
what's
go
going
back.
on.
Go quiet again. Yeah.
All right, Volpe
I don't want to hear you.
enthusiast. All right,
Go quiet
Volpe
again.
enthusiast.
What are you saying, Jimmy?
I just thought of something here. What if I know, like, I don't know, like Joe Adele screams Cashman to me. He does. I know, I keep bringing him up. What if they're trying to get a pitcher on that deal? Like a Reed Detmers?
Oh, Reed Detmers.
Or I'm
But-
just, I
A
I said that
reliever,
tonight in
but-
our group chat.
but
what
Detmers.
about Sam Bachman?
Why would we need Detmers? So it would be a reliever. They got any intriguing relievers? Bachman, you said?
Bachman sucks. I just looked at his ERA. Last 7 games and 11 ERA.
Well, they just traded Silseth, who has been pretty good for them. So
Yeah, I think Silseth would have been an interesting guy. Not my preferred guy, obviously. I'm just. Nah, the Angels suck. Like, I don't know. Maybe they get a pitcher in that deal, but no. I want guys with control. That's why I want Mason
Yeah.
Miller.
All right, I think that's it, guys.
Otto Lopez or Ellie Rutschman.
Personally, I'm all in for Otto Lopez if I'm Brian Cashman in the front office. Thank you guys for joining us, Lorenzo and Jimmy from Yankees Den.
My pleasure.
Rob, very quiet. Wi-Fi's not
Sorry,
good.
fellas.
Um,
I'll be back stronger.
Joe, thanks for joining us today.
Of course.
Second podcast for you. Welcome back. I'm Richie. Thank you guys for listening. Peace out.